because that's kind of where we're I don't know what that is. Oh my god. What the hell is that thing? Welcome back, my fellow Tarnished, to another episode of Elden Ring. It's an Elden Ring episode because guess what today is? New Year's Eve. You guys got any big plans? I know that I think I do. I actually have well, I don't think, I know I do. You guys might lose faith in me. It is just a little too nerdy. I would say on the spectrum of nerdy, but I love little nerdy things. Okay, maybe not nerdy. I'm not one of those. You know what? We're gonna start over. It doesn't matter. It's a D&D, it's like a sleepover D&D night. So basically play D&D all day into the night, and then New Year's is gonna drop, the ball is gonna drop, and then we're gonna say, hey, happy New Year's. It's gonna be a cool time. So I have that tonight. I hope you guys have amazing Sunday plans. And if you guys are already into Monday, I hope your New Year's was amazing. I am just getting over a cold. That's why I haven't been uploading as frequently as I should have been, but just coming back from the holidays and how busy things were, and then just being sick on top of it was just like the cherry on the top. So I hope you guys can forgive me. After the New Year's, everything will go back to normal. We'll have normal Elden Ring postings. We are going to finish this freaking game if it's the last thing I do. So without further ado, what are we doing today? Well, let me tell you. I would hope that we're finishing, or at least progressing more into Ranni's questline. We've gotten some little tidbits from Ranni. We upgraded our Spirit Ashes to level 10, at least our Mimic was. Latenna's up to like +7 or 8 or something like that, super high. And then we upgraded the Eleanor's Pole Blade to +10, might be +9. I'd have to double check. And then we also upgraded Reduvia to like 8. This is where we last kind of left off with the Ayansel River. Feeling really confident. We kind of did crazy. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Literally about to contradict myself there. Let me go ahead and just rest it, Grace. I literally was gonna say, I feel like we're doing pretty good. You know, we didn't even die last episode, even though we had to fight demon balls and a blob army and really everything in between. Following Ranni's questline is definitely super fun because it feels more like our level. Danger ahead. When is there not danger ahead in Elden Ring, Mr. Message? I mean, it's just not gonna stop me from moving forward. Like, what am I gonna do? Be wary of mist. Ugh. All right, thank you. Smithing Stone 4, I feel like we're regressing a little bit. Regressing, I say. Regressing, because normally we get like Somber Smithing Stone 6, 7, and 8, because that's kind of where we're What is that? That kind of looks like Blythe. Am I crazy? I did not read further into Ranni's quest line because I figure no spoilers. Whenever I need a clue or a hint, I look up a guide and I look up like the steps and I read each step by where I'm at. I don't like read all of the steps ahead of time. So I recognize the sword and the cloak. Baleful Shadow.
Oh, Shadow, thou art the last. Tell the two fingers that Ranni the witch cometh to rend thy flesh with a fateful wound.
I don't like this.
There to heal.
How about you just follow me? Come through. Come on. I can't like summon or nothing. Oh God. Oh, you can heal. Well, 2 can play at that game. You know what, sir? Mr. Baleful Shadow, sir. How about you don't do that anymore? Sorry, all I can manage to do when I fight is make noises. Hey, stop it. I haven't used Reduvia on people. God. Is this... Oh, God. Maybe don't do that. Ugh. Am I getting too far out of the zone? I do not want to do that.
Beautifully fought.
Yeah, beautifully fought.
Was more of a challenge than I envisioned. Now I can finally stand before them. This is farewell.
What?
And E.G. I love them.
Discarded palace key. What? You can't do this alone. I must come with you. Do I follow her in her journey and her adventure? Well, I know that she said beautifully fought, and I do accept all compliments because I am vain, but I have to admit it was not beautifully fought. I get panic. I get like panic reduvia. Good to know we went to the right spot though. You know, I also thought this was gonna go up, not down. Lake of Rots? Are we up top? No, of course we're not up top. We went down, not up. Can I use can I use torrents? Do I have to walk through the rot? Rot ahead, therefore incantation. Well, sir, I don't know any incantations, so that's going to be a problem. Hey, map. I love maps. Map. All right, hear me out. I think I want to do this, and I think I want to do the preserving boluses when I get high rot. Yikes, that rot is no joke. All right, that's what we're aiming for. River of Scarlet Rot. This is brutal. We've got this, gamers. Come on. I don't even know where I'm going. I don't want to explore the Rot Lake. Oh, thank you. There better be some damn grace over this way. I'm assuming this is where we were supposed to go, but I have no idea. I personally know nothing. Oh, there is grace. Oh, I'm so smart. Wait, how did they die? There's so much blood. Oh, maybe they died of scarlet rot? Yeah, they had to have, right? It's a good thing I'm just a smarter tarnish than they. Be wary of dragon? Could this be beating to a pulp? Still no head. I hate this. If there really is a dragon, hey, we're pretty good at running away from things, so that would be Elden Ring for you. Makes it a boss battle. Unable to leave. Monster ahead. Gee, I wonder. Corpse ahead. Oh my, and it's all of those spindly, gross creatures that I got locked in with. God forbid. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to run through this part. Like the tarnish that I am. Oh, I almost thought I did not make that jump. This looks like absolute hell. I can make it through. Gosh darn it, I can do that. All I gotta do is offer my mimic tier up as bait to the dragon god or whatever have you, and you know, just get out of here. I hate these creatures. These creatures are literally the worst. So far, so good. Nope. Let's go. Let's go. Scorpion Stinger. Hey, nice. So my mimic tier is putting up a fight. Oh, hey, mimic tier. How's it going? All right, you stinky, stupid bugs. Oh my god. Yikes. Yikes. Oh god. Mimic tier, you are putting up one hell of a fight. Oh my god. That is actually horrifying. We made it out alive. I was not actually anticipating fighting these guys, but you know, revenge is revenge. You gotta take it where you can get it. Jiminy Cricket. The Scarlet Rot is brutal. I don't know what that is. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, I'm getting the frick out of here. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Just roll. Just roll. Just roll. How about you just roll? Yep. We're just rolling and rolling. Oh god. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Please leave me alone. Did it go away? Oh my, I don't even remember what items there was there. Oh, that was awful. I hated that. I actually thought I was dead there for a second. I think I'm gonna need more boluses. I did not realize this area was so ridden with scarlet rot. You guys know me. I hate dying. Okay. I hate it. All right, let's try this again, shall we? I leveled up, so I have no rooms to lose. If I die, because that's my biggest concern right now. Ooh, and you know what? I don't have any more boluses. You would think that after 50 hours of playing this game, I would realize that to exit an item screen, it is not B. It is not B, as in back. Oh, I want to go home. Oh, I want to go home. I want to go home. That's good. Oh, this is it. Oh, this was literally it. I could have killed the dragon if I wanted to. I don't think that there was anything else there. Was that really it? I for sure thought there was something here. Maybe I wasn't supposed to go that way? I would assume that the massive archway area makes you believe that this is the way to go. All right, this is my last bolus. Why is it always dung? Nomadic Warriors Cookbook. Oh, lovely. Okay. Head to Raya Lucaria's Grand Library to open the chest and get the ring inside. Raya Lucaria's Grand Library. Oh my gosh. I have to go unlock the chest that I never got. Okay, I see where we're going with this. I was sitting here like, I'm getting so many larval tears. I've unlocked the Grand Library. Right, so it's here and here. Interesting. I would have never, I'm not going to lie. I would have never figured that out. Okay. Never. Dark moon ring. Can I wear the dark moon? Can I wear the dark moon ring? No. Okay. The next set of rules is very confusing. I need to head across the lake of rot and descend the ledges to climb inside the coffin. Okay. Holy crap. Okay, here we go. We're doing it. All right, so it said descend the steps and come over. I should probably be starting to gather these. Come over. Obviously, avoid all these awful beings. Go over to the left and climb inside the coffin, which would have never been obvious to me. I made it all the way over here and then just stood here and went, yeah, this is a ledge. This is as far as we can go. Rest in coffin. I would have never figured that out. Well, technically, we couldn't do anything anyways, because we needed the ring, so we are a brave soul. Oh God. I like getting cutscenes. It makes it feel like a real game. Like Elden Ring is a real game without cutscenes, but it just hits different. It makes it feel like you should really pay attention, because when people talk at you, you're not really getting a lot of it. I'm a visual person. I'm not a words person. Oh my God. I have a body of an angel, but a face that only a mother could love. It's brutal. This does not look ominous at all. It's my kind of go-to line there, isn't it? Okay. It's a wall. Prepare to die 1,000,000 times. Well, I guess better late than never. Better do something. I'm almost wondering if I should maybe check him out first and then use an arc. I don't know. Maybe it'll have scarlet rot. I also don't feel I don't know. I mean, Reduvia kind of seems like our move always. When it's unfamiliar territory for me, Reduvia, baby. Let's do this. Oh my good God. Let's do this real quick. And then just fill up. If I could just maybe not do that. Oh, this is bad. Oh, I hate this. Oh. What the hell is that thing? Oh. Hey, our mimic is doing great though. Our mimic's doing great. What? Oh. I don't know what that is. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Holy crap. Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap. Maybe stop, maybe stop, maybe stop. Maybe don't do that, I can't. Oh my good god, it will not give me a break. Wow, I need to finish this up because I am about to... What the actual... Oh, no, no, no. Oh my god. This is awful. All right, Mimic, you gotta do something, brother. Brother, I have been doing everything. Oh, I need stamina. I need stamina. Come on. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is scary. Yeah, focus on my Mimic, please. Give me a second. Okay, hold on, Mimic. Hold on, Mimic. You need to chill. We gotta get over there as fast as possible because he does. Oh my god. Oh, we're really close to him. I did not realize how close we were. Oh, I thought he was gonna really lunge for me there. All right, Reduvia. 2 more hits. Do something. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I am super terrified. Okay. I need to increase my endurance. I did not realize. Holy crap. I did not realize how low my endurance was. I've never like ran out of stamina so quickly. That was the grossest thing I've ever seen. I don't even have words. I didn't like that fight at all. I don't feel good that I did it. It just was a gross fight. That thing was really gross to look at. It gave me a healthy chunk of runes though, might I say. Ugh. Gross. That was... I can see why like a magic build could be really useful there. Yeah, we're leveling up endurance, okay? Because I am desperately running. My build heavily relies on arcane, dexterity, health, obviously. FP, you know, it relies on everything. It's just an everything build. You don't like it? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. It's my build. It's the noodle build, okay? Didn't expect something. First off, well done. Thank you, message. I like when I get compliments. First off, well done. Okay, well, double compliments makes it feel patronizing. Praise the tarnished. Is it going up or down this time? Up. And I thought for a second we were going down. Little New Year's Elden Ring action for you guys. I hope you have fireworks planned. I just had some neighbors popping off fireworks. Oh, if I think I know where we might be. I was wondering how you get up to this place. This is the place I couldn't climb to, right? Because it's like, it's on Lake Liurnia and it's really high up. Maybe? Or maybe it's just an area I just forgot to explore. I'm assuming this big massive church is... What the... Nope. Nope. That was just a bit terrifying. It was... Game, don't do that to me. I am easily frightened. Oh my god, what do I even use starlight shards for? Like, what? I don't know. I just get so many of them. I haven't used any starlight shards. I'm I mean, if going down the hole, does it even go anywhere? It seems like such an obvious hole. Oh, okay. Try here. Oh, I think we're getting somewhere. Liar ahead. This is a very involved storyline. What the actual is that? It kind of looks like a two-finger Ronnie. I mean, I knew she had multiple arms, but she kind of looks like a marionette doll. Is that even? Yeah, it is. Like you can see her eyes. Oh, sorry. I was looking at her, not the actions. Okay, put on ring. Ronnie, what have you done? Oh, right. Okay, so she hates the two fingers, but the whole land is kind of ruled by the two fingers, and like the two fingers is like the religion, like Grace. I'm pretty sure. How do I know these things? How do I know to put the ring on? What hand is that? Is that the right hand? It is her right hand. Okay, so we're not marrying Ronnie. For a second, I was like, are we putting on a ring? Are we putting a ring on it? Oh, goodbye. Goodbye, Ronnie. Oh, welcome back.
So it was thee who would become my lord. Perhaps I needn't have warned thee. I am pleased, however.
Oh, geez, sorry.
Fitting choice. I go now to the night sky. It is there I shall find mine order. I bid thee travel the path of the Lord, and once all is done, we shall see each other once more.
So I just keep on my merry way and go to be Elden Lord and she'll meet me? Oh? Dark Moon Greatsword. Oh, gee whiz. If only I actually was into that. Okay. Well, now I don't know. Did we complete the thing? Did we not complete the thing? So, I'm not... I think we completed Ronnie's quest line. Okay, there was one last thing. It doesn't seem like it's part of the story, but I am reading that there's a... Like, what... So, what happened to Ronnie's comrades, Blythe, the Wolfman, and E.G.? If you're interested in where Blythe went, head back to Ronnie's Rise to find him. We gotta figure out what happened to Blythe, right? Ronnie's Chamber, Ronnie's Rise. So we do get like to talk to him. I mean, what happened to Ronnie though? Did she die? I'm sorry. I do listen. I guess I just get confused because a lot of it just goes so far over my head. Blythe is a summon sign. It didn't sound very good. Blythe. Oh, I did not want it to. I was literally like, maybe if I lock on, it won't, you know. Blythe the half wolf. Why is he evil now? I did nothing wrong. Are we chill? Are we chill? Nope. I should have striked. I should have striked when I had the chance. Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad. I feel horrible, actually. I did not need all of that preparation to kill him. Ooh, fashion show, fashion show, fashion show. Let's wear Blythe armor. I'm like king of the north. Oh my gosh, wait. I wanna equip my kind of relatively old loadout. It looks so stupid. The hat looks so funny to me. This kind of looks more like it. I mean, we have the helmet on again, but it is just so cool. Fine, we'll go with the helmet. Look at that, we've come full circle. Because before we wore this and something different. Then we wore the dress for a really long time, and I think we had like probably lack of poise and we weren't really that strong. But now we've got some good armor on us. Can I still, ugh. Well, you guys, that was Ronnie's quest line. I looked it up and it doesn't seem like there's anything else we need to do, but I think she mentioned something towards the end. And of course, if we keep keep going on the path of Elden Lord, then she's gonna see us again. So we'll see, but I mean, it was fun regardless. We killed the boss. I only happened to die like one time. That's gonna be a crazy edit. After not being able to edit my deaths up to this point, it's going to be crazy that I actually have to edit a death now, but it was fun regardless, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like and a comment. Tips are always helpful and appreciated. Leave a comment down below of what your guys' New Year plans were. Maybe it's already past tense. Maybe you guys have already done it. What did you guys do for this year? What did you do to end the year of 2023? I'd like to know. Share your thoughts with me, and I'll see you tarnished in tomorrow's video. Mwah.